Hello everyone, welcome to my Kotlin Crash Course. My name is Mauli Azameti. Um, so a little bit about myself. I've been writing code in Kotlin for Android since 2019, I think during the COVID time. So I graduated from University of Ghana with computer science degree. I've created some apps and published apps on Google Play Store and Apple App Store. I'll definitely leave links to those apps in the video description. Try and check it out. During this course, I'll cover the core concept of Kotlin programming language from data types, control flow, functions, loop, object-oriented programming, and some functional programming features of Kotlin. Whether you are new to Kotlin or have some experience, my goal is to provide you with a solid understanding so that you can build your own Android application. I encourage you to follow along, ask questions. Don't hesitate to reach out if you need any help. I'm excited to share my knowledge and experience with you. Let's get started. So, let's talk about Kotlin. So, what is Kotlin? So, Kotlin is a programming language like any other programming language, for example, Java, Python, that you use to write instructions to your computer. Some little background about the Kotlin programming language. So Kotlin was created by a company called JetBrains. It was first released in 2011. It runs on the Java virtual machine. It provides 100% interoperability with Java, which means you can write it together with Java, it will run perfectly. And since 2017, Google officially adopted Kotlin as the programming language for creating Android applications. And then by 2019, Android became Kotlin first. So this is a timeline showing the evolution of Kotlin programming language. So why should you learn the Kotlin programming language? First of all, it's very concise and it has a very readable syntax, beginner friendly. It's reliable and safe. So Kotlin actually addressed most of the issues that were Java was having. No pointer exception. I think when we get our hands dirty, you really understand those concepts. So the Kotlin language is also backed by Google and Jetpack Compose. That's the new UI kit for creating Android application. So initially there was this XML used for creating the view, but recently Jetpack Compose came, which is intended to replace the view system. So if you plan on learning Jetpack Compose, then it's very important that or necessary that you learn the Kotlin programming language. And it has a lot of community support, learning materials, and tools available. So you don't have to worry when you're diving into Kotlin because you get a lot of people to support you. We have a WhatsApp group, YouTube materials, and then from the main developer website, they have a lot of learning materials, resources available. And as I said earlier, Kotlin works well with Java. So if you're coming from a Java background, you can still migrate to Kotlin little by little by still writing your Java together with Kotlin. And if you plan on creating Android application, Kotlin should be your go-to. Actually, it should be your go-to. And that's the purpose of this video, or in this refresher course. Is intended for a video I'll be recording on Android application. So this is like a refresher course of to bring up to bring beginners up to certain level before we start with the Android application development. So recently, JetBrains introduced a Kotlin multi-platform, and that's with the knowledge of Kotlin, you can be able to create an application that runs on both, not just both, like several platforms, including the web, iOS, Android, and then Windows as well. So this is a powerful tool. With just Kotlin, you don't need to learn React Native, Flutter, Ionic, etc. You can use it to build for both the native platform as well as other platforms like iOS. With the knowledge of Kotlin, it increases your chances of getting jobs. And you can also build an app on your own that you publish to the Google Play Store and then monetize them. So we have several ways that you can benefit from the Kotlin programming language. So let's see example of comparison between Java and then Kotlin. So I'll show you a program that was written, just a snippet of a program that was written in Java, and then we will see how Java is very verbose compared to Kotlin. So this is a class, and this class has one property called temperature, and this sample code representing a aquarium class. And if you check, this is the equivalent of this Java program in Kotlin. So this tells you how brief and concise Kotlin program is. What do we intend to achieve in this crash course? First of all, I plan to teach the Kotlin basics. And funny enough, these basics I'm coming to highlight in this crash course runs through every programming language. So the concept is actually the same. Every programming language has a data type, they declare a variable, they have basic syntaxes like a function, loops, etc. So I'll cover the basics of Kotlin with the best industry practices. So you should watch out for more. So I'll cover the basics, I'll cover control flow, making conditional statement loops, how to create functions, how to control nullability and making a safe call. Like I said, there was an issue that Kotlin came to address, which is null pointer exception. So during this session, I'll teach you about that. Again, I'll talk about collections, arrays, list sets, maps, etc. And then I'll talk about object-oriented programming. And I'll make sure I emphasize on best practices. So what do you need in order to follow this tutorial? You need a computer, whether a desktop, a laptop. That's very important. And secondly, you need good internet. Of course, you have to do your Google search. You have to watch my YouTube videos. You need a browser to perform your browsing, and then a willpower. You have to be willing. So let's look at environment that will be writing the code. To write the Kotlin programming language, you have to install one or two software. A typical example is the IDE, that's Integrated Development Environment. This is just a tool or a software that is used to write Kotlin code. And this is from JetBrains, the company that developed the Kotlin programming language. So you can just Google search JetBrains, and you see more about them. Yeah, so this is the company behind the Kotlin programming language. So if you come here, you can see the ID meant for Java and then Kotlin. So you can go to this page and then download it. And if you guys are interested in me teaching you or guiding you through, or I should make a video on how to install this on your machine, let me know in the comment section. Okay, so this is one of the tools that you can use to write Kotlin programming language. But for this tutorial, we will not use this software. We'll use a toolkit called Kotlin Playground. So it's just an environment for you to write and test your codes. So we can use this playground, and then it will suffice for these tutorial sessions. Okay, so from here you can choose your compiler version. This is the Java virtual machine. So like I said before, you can write Kotlin code that runs on different platforms. As you can see, you can export it to Swift, and this is assembly language. You can do it for the web. This is JavaScript. Okay, so it has the documentation, Kotlin documentation. Links are also here, other code samples. Okay, so this is for the platforms that you can handle in having learned Kotlin. These are the platform. We have multi-platform, the server side. You know, wherever Java is written or wherever you see Java, Kotlin can also be used there. And then Kotlin is also used in the data science and then Android development. So you can check it out. So here, this is where you write your code. So this is a code to just print hello world onto the screen. And let's run it and see the output. Okay, yeah, so this is just a console. It outputs what the results of your programming. It brings error messages for you to know when you've made a mistake, etc. So we'll go through all this, and this is the tool, the only tool you need to follow this tutorial. So just Google search Kotlin Playground. Just go Kotlin Playground and hit enter. So the first link that pops up, just click on it, and then you have this. So this is the link to the playground. It's just play.kotlinlang.org. This will take you to this Kotlin playground where you can write simple codes, and this will suffice for this tutorial. Okay, so this brings us to the end of this introduction, and in a subsequent video we'll start with serious Kotlin, and then we'll get our hands dirty. If you need any help or explanation, don't hesitate to reach out to me on my WhatsApp number and then my email as well. Please like and subscribe if you believe in me and you like what I'm doing.